What's up, everybody? It's your boy Steve Buchan, and bro, the Hungaroring has got to be one of the most underrated and overlooked racetracks, not only in sim racing, but in the racing game community in general. I mean, we always make it a mission to make sure that Spa, Monza, Bathurst, and all the other well-known tracks make it into our favorite racing games, but then we completely leave out gems like the Hungaroring, and I'm guilty of that too. I always shied away from this racetrack because I've always heard people say that the Hungaroring is a tricky and difficult track to learn, and I'm a casual sim racer and I don't really have the time or skill to be out here trying to navigate around pro level tracks. So yeah, I usually skip over the more technical racetracks and stick to the Watkins Glen and Laguna Secas that I'm used to. But I got some good sleep on Friday night, and I was feeling really good on Saturday morning and decided to step out of my comfort zone. And I gotta say that I didn't find this track to be challenging at all. It usually takes about 10 practice laps in a 5-lap race for me to learn a new racetrack, but it only took me about 4 laps to learn the Hungaroring. And after that, I was playing around with different setups and testing the track limits. And speaking of setups, I think this is a great test track. A lot of racetracks won't let me know that I've messed up my setup until qualifying or race day. And I find that cars respond very well to setup changes on this track and quickly let me know if I'm going in the right or wrong direction with my quality or a race prep. So yeah, I started things off in a set of Corsa Competizione in the Maserati MC20 GT2 because man, if I had the money, I'd definitely buy me one of these things. And I don't care about the depreciation rate. The MC20 is the sexiest thing coming out of Italy right now, but I digress. And then I wanted to speed things up, so I hopped on F1 2021. It took me about 3, maybe 4 laps to come to terms with the jump in performance. I even went and got some tips from a nice little onboard track guide from Robert Kubica. I jotted down some notes for good measure, and then after that, things just started to flow. So yeah, man, now that the Hungaroring has been added to my list of favorite racetracks, I started digging around my Steam library to see what other games this track might be featured in. And Race Room ended up being the only other racing title that has the Hungaroring in its track listing. And if you know me, any excuse is a good excuse to play Race Room. So yeah, I did some practice laps, hot laps, and a couple of races in the MX-5 Miata Cup car because I wanted to see how this track feels with a slower production-based car. And yeah, it was still a blast. Yeah, man, the way this track flows is just perfect for cars of any performance level. I'm not really into drifting, but I got a feeling this would be a great track for doing that as well. So yeah, we got to start campaigning to get the Hungaroring into more racing games, and I would add Sportsland Sugo out in Japan is another dope racetrack that gets overlooked when it comes to what tracks get added to racing games or racing sims. Because yeah, I'd take Sugo over Fuji International any day of the week. But yeah, man, do you have a favorite racetrack that is underrated and gets overlooked? Let me know what it is and where to find it down in the comment section. And if I'm not familiar with it, I might give it a shot when I get a little extra free time again. So yeah, that's gonna do it for me. I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. It's Steve Buchan. I'm out.